Yeah, that title's not a lie. It's not clickbait. It's not a joke. It's not metaphorical. It's not meant to be taken in a game scenario. It's meant to be taken literal. I peed myself. I peed my pants. I peed on my bed, actually, which was very, very interesting. So, how does one pee themselves in the big 2026? Listen, all right, and I want you to listen very close. So, I was actually in a pretty good mood this morning. I was pretty jolly. I was smiling and everything. And so, look, I got up from my bed, and as you usually do in the morning, you go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. No problem. No problem. Okay? All relaxed, all chill. And as you usually do, you probably want to use the bathroom to, you know, pee or do whatever. All right? And so I said, okay, let me go and pee. Right? So I lift up the toilet bowl cover and I lift up the toilet bowl seat type of thing. And boom, okay, ready for, deployment. All right. And so I start peeing. But I I felt a strange cool liquid on my left inner thigh. And that's when I knew I was still asleep. And in a split second, half of my bladder was emptied into my pants. And into the bed as well, like into the covers of the bed, obviously, because I was sleeping. But man, when I realized what was going on and I realized what had just happened, you can't really turn time back. Like it's just there. It happened. It just happened. You can't do anything about it, right? You can't go back in time and stop yourself from doing it, or go back in time and wake yourself up, right? It just happened. That's all. You can't really do anything about it, right? So since you can't really do anything about it, a lot of people, what they try to do when they're in a situation like this, they try to like save themselves. They try to like say, oh, but I only peed this much, and oh, but I held it in, but oh, and this and that, and blah 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 blah. But you have to understand, you can't save yourself. When that happens to you, you cannot save yourself. That's just it. That's the truth. And so when I realized, oh, this is my reality, this is the reality I'm living in, this just happened, I knew I had to own it, man. So instead of holding it in, I just let it all go. You know? I let the other half of my bladder just empty. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing much more to it, you know? Like after that, I really just had to like just lay there and just soak in my own pee. I just laid there for like 10 minutes just thinking about like what have I done in this life to deserve this? You know? Like I must have done something, right? Like I must have maybe I did something wrong recently, and this is like the karma that I'm getting. But it's just one of those things, man. Like, if you're not prepared for it, it might catch you. You know, it might catch you off guard. And it happens to everybody. Don't think there's not somebody out there who's had this same experience, all right? Or don't think there's somebody out there who hasn't had this same experience. Whatever. It happens to everybody, right? But man, when it just happens, when it happens, you're just like, damn. Like, this is really the life I'm living. Like, this is the life I'm living. I just peed all over myself, you know. And luckily this time it was pretty like mild. It was pretty light, right? But just don't let it catch you off guard, man. Because it can happen to you too. Yeah. Yeah, you're sitting there, all right. You're saying like, "Oh, this guy peed himself on his bed. Oh, what a loser." It can happen to you too. And let's see who's laughing dead. let's see let's see who's gonna be laughing dead, okay? Man, but anyways, I got up after a little while, and you know, I grabbed everything. It was pretty like at that point it was like kind of dry, so it wasn't like dripping down my legs or anything. It was dry, right? And so I took off all of the covers because my bed, my mattress, it has two covers. So it has one thin cover at the top, and it's kind of like greenish, like light green, and then the bottom cover, which is like it's definitely a lot thicker, and it has like a material on the underside of it that's kind of like soak proof, like it doesn't go through. It does the liquid doesn't go through, like it just holds it in the cover. And that bottom cover is like dark blue. So I took off those covers. I took off the mattress. I took off the pillow cover as well, you know, because at that point, let me just take everything off. And I went over to my washer and I started washing them, just normally, you know. And I also took off the clothes that I was wearing at the time of the incident, and I washed them as well. I had a towel around me because I had to shower. Obviously, like I've showered. My hair looks like this when I shower, and I put on new clothes and everything. But yeah, I washed all that, and now it's drying, and man, it just sucks. It just sucks when it happens to you, man. It just sucks when it catches you, and there's nothing to do about it. There's nothing to do about it. So, man, listen. You just have to own it. You just have to own it. You have to be like me. When that happens to you, let it all go. You cannot pee yourself to half completion, to 50%. You got to give it your 100%. You got to pee yourself to completion. You know, you have to show some dedication. Show some spine. Like, you know, just do it. Pee yourself completely. You're talking to a person and, you know, maybe you peed yourself a little bit. Let it all go. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. But man, listen, if you're at home, you know, you're sleeping and you had a dream that maybe you were using the bathroom, or you were at a public pool or at a lake or at any body of water, and you peed in that body of water, right? Or you peed in your dream and you just peed yourself a little bit, just let it all go, man. Like, I was aware what I was doing. I let it all go on purpose, right? Because I had to show some backbone. I had to be dedicated. I had to admit This is what's happening. And I will not be dominated by my own bladder. You know what I mean? So before your bladder makes you pee yourself to completion, you need to choose to pee yourself to completion. But anyways, yeah, what's the lesson here? Uh, you know, don't pee in your dreams. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, I just want to talk a little bit about it. And also, before I let you go, I will be playing 2 games today. One of them is called Off, and that was actually a game recommended by one of my buddies. And then the second game is going to be it's I think it's called They Killed Your Cat. Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. So yeah, I'll be playing both of those today. Just giving them a little try, giving them a little taste, because I do want to get back into gaming, man. Like I already reviewed all the stuff I wanted to review, right? I want to get back into gaming, man. I miss it. I miss it. But anyways, yeah, that's about it. So thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.